이어지는 강연은요, 야후분림 넥스테크 AR Solutions 대표님의 강연입니다. AR을 위한 AI라는 주제로 AI가 AR 경험을 어떻게 향상시켜 주는지 강연해 주시겠습니다. 영상으로 만나보시죠.
안녕하세요. Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to thank AI Korea for this invitation to speak at this year's conference. It is my honor to be among the AI industry experts to share my thoughts on how AI is key in the evolution of the metaverse. My name is Yao Bun and I'm based in Singapore. As a technology veteran, tech entrepreneur and consultant, I wear many hats. Today, I'll be sharing as the co-founder of Immersive Inc. and the president of Nextech AR Asia Pacific. If I may, please let me start with some context. While the metaverse is a relatively new concept, we all know artificial intelligence has had an important role in our lives, in our daily lives over the last decade, as it is widely used across most business and consumer-facing applications. AI has transformed the world we live and interact in. We probably interact with AI-powered devices and algorithms hundreds of times per day without even knowing. Now, as we head into the uncharted waters of Web3 and the metaverse, an important question remains. What is AI's role in the metaverse? As a technology sector, AI has lots of applications in the metaverse, from light speed data processing to hyper-personalization to AI-generated metaverse elements. But what exactly is the metaverse? Bloomberg viewed the metaverse as the next generation computing platform. Gartner defined a metaverse as a collective shared virtual spaces created by the convergence of virtually enhanced physical and digital reality. It is persistent, providing enhanced immersive experiences as well as device independent, accessible through basically any type of devices, from smartphones to tablets to head-mounted displays like Oculus and HoloLens. Gartner also predicted by 2026, 25% of us, everyone, will spend at least an hour a day in the metaverse for work, shopping, education, social, and entertainment. We can expect it to have a virtual economy powered by blockchain-enabled digital currency and NFTs. There are many definitions of metaverse out there at the moment, and it is still evolving. But I like Unity's CEO, John Riccitiello's definition the best. He said at the AWE conference this year that the metaverse is the next generation of the internet that is always real-time, mostly 3D, mostly interactive, mostly social, and mostly persistent. In this video, Adobe has created one of the best examples of what the real-life metaverse may look like in the future. Very similar to how Gartner has defined it is perceived as persistent, and you apply to many aspects of our lives. While many believe that the metaverse is about the 3D virtual world that we will live in with our personalized avatar, like in Sandbox, Fortnite, or Roblox, I believe the metaverse will also be integral to our real life using advanced ER, extended reality or XR technology. It will evolve into the mixed reality that brings together real-world, real-time data and contextually relevant digital elements. Metaverse will be as much as about augmenting the world around us as it will be about creating new virtual environment. In XR, we interact with and manipulate with both the physical and virtual items and environments using next generation sensing and imaging technologies. XR allow us to see and immerse ourselves in the real world metaverse, even as we interact with virtual environment using our own hands, all without removing the AR glasses. It provides the ability to have one foot or one hand in the real world and the other in an imaginary place, breaking down the basic concepts between the real and imaginary, hence offering an experience that can change the way we live and work today. Real-time mapping, semantics, depth sensing, and meshing capabilities to understand the environment to make content that really blends into the real world requires a lot of underlying technologies. Now, to be able to anticipate what you need to do or know on your way to work, at work, and when you get home to provide dinner or to chill, we need to integrate high fidelity image recognition, IoT devices, artificial intelligence together with XR technology, spatial computing, and leverage high-speed connectivity such as 5G and Wi-Fi 6. The virtual metaverse, on the other hand, is a collection of hyper-realistic, immersive 3D virtual worlds designed to revolutionize the way we work, shop, learn, and socialize with one another over the internet. Along with the metaverse comes massive amounts of data which we will rely heavily on AI-powered engines and devices to process. By combining powerful artificial intelligence and data processing with other emerging technologies like AR, VR, and a blockchain, we finally can create scalable and accurate virtual worlds. Similar to Web 2.0, in many cases, we will not recognize our interactions with AI, but rather fall in love with its results. While there are much excitement and promise around the metaverse, it is important to note that it is in its very early stages of development and adoption. Over time, the metaverse will evolve, and its success will be impossible without core subsets of AI like machine learning, natural language processing, computer visions, and many others. Hence, AI will be one of the foundational pillars in building the metaverse. We're already seeing AI accelerating the adoption of AR, VR, and now enabling the metaverse. I will share in the next few slides a few use cases for us to have a better appreciation of how this will work. One of the most important elements in the metaverse is the use of avatars. These are my fellow co-founders of Immersive, a Web3 XR company that enables the creation of metaverses. We basically avatarized ourselves using an AI engine that could read our photos and generate a virtual version of us. The creation of virtual identities is deeply rooted in the metaverse. It is actually one of the most important things because of the need for interaction and connectivity. Not only can AI engines use 2D and 3D images to generate lifelike digital avatars, today they can also emulate physical and emotional characteristics like facial expressions and body language. In fact, using AI and machine learning, we can now enable avatars to respond with voice-driven facial animation. With the ability to generate our digital twin at scale, AI totally transformed personalization in the metaverse. While AI can also generate extremely high fidelity photorealistic avatars, it is not going to be widely adopted at this stage in massively multiplayer online environment in the near future because of the high polygons that's required, which will affect the metaverse experience. Unlike avatars that serve digital representation of ourselves, digital humans act as AI-enabled non-playing characters, which is known as NPC in the metaverse. Metaverse NPCs are controlled by the metaverse artificial intelligence rather than by an individual metaverse, as I call it. NPCs serve a number of purposes in the metaverse and most widely used to enhance the experience with characters that plays the role of AI avatar chatbots, or to lead you into the other parts of the metaverse or other metaverses. Due to the combination of speech AI, computer vision, NLPs, digital human function as a 3D metaverse native chatbots can actually engage and interact with people in the virtual world, taking the form of automated assistant, event hosts, and friendly companions. These digital humans can see, speak, and understand naturally spoken intent, allowing them to converse on a variety of subjects. NLP, natural language processing, is one of the most talked about next generation AI technologies. One area that NLP will particularly impact is the metaverse. NLP addresses a cross-section of use cases in the virtual ecosystem that will eventually form the structure of the metaverse. Firstly, there is the UX, particularly in fully immersive VR today. Most action taken by people using VR equipment are done so through a handheld device. Although the technology for tracking eye movements and expression exists, it is not until you introduce voice activation that users can experience the kind of realism and fluidity that metaverse pioneers dream of. NLP enables this through speech recognition I mentioned earlier. With NLP, users can use their voice to navigate the metaverse, to change the weather, the time, the landscape, and many other tangible features to enhance their experience with speech. This NLP is also the enabler of AI chatbots we mentioned earlier. The degree of human-like communication will have profound consequences for organizations entering the metaverse. They will be able to understand better and engage customers. They'll be able to provide an exceptional level of personalized customer service 24/7 in a cost-effective manner. Lastly, more importantly, NLB can protect users in the metaverse that may be subjected to language abuse in the metaverse. Abusive users can be ejected from platform to protect other users. These users will be detected through AI and they can be spotted using NLP for undesirable actions. Furthermore, NLP could even identify potentially vulnerable users to such attacks and preemptively activate measures to support them. NLP plays a critical role in making metaverse safer. One critical concern of metaverse that is often overlooked today is cybersecurity. How do we offer immersive and boundless virtual spaces while keeping our critical data safe? 99% of today's metaverses are built on gaming technologies. They are inherently not secured due to the pervasive use of UDP, User Datagram Protocol. UDP is a communication protocol that's primarily used to establish low latency and loss-tolerating connections between applications on the internet. UDP speeds up the transmission by enabling the transfer of data before an agreement is provided by the receiving party. Unlike TCP, which you are more familiar with, the big security problem with UDP is that we're exposed to spoofing, DOS, and other attacks. Today's threat landscape is more dangerous than ever before. Attackers use advanced methods that includes AI and machine learning. Cyber attacks rose as companies adapted to remote work as the new norm. If threat actors can wreak havoc on the metaverse during its infancy stage, people could just give up on the concept. In addition, protecting the virtual identity of users needs to be top of the mind when designing the metaverse. For metaverse to thrive, it must adopt a zero trust model rooted in a concept of never trust, always verify. Assumes the need for constant and adaptive evolution. A zero trust model requires strict identity checks. It also uses ongoing authentication and verification to ensure bad actors are kept out or severely limited. With a colossal amount of data set to be hosted in the metaverse, zero trust is the most effective way to reduce or erase the theft of sensitive information. AI will also play a critical role in safeguarding the metaverse in multiple ways. AI-driven security tools can analyze user behavior patterns across the network to detect and to deter suspicious activities. AI-based solution can be used to identify reliable patterns that can correlate to users' identities and also automate detection of deviation that could prompt a second factor of authentication to help preventing identity theft. Now, AAA game development is notoriously hard. The same can be said if we want to build aesthetically great virtual worlds or metaverses. The need for both artistic and technical skills and a joint effort of dozens to hundreds of creative talent for years on end make it an equally time and capital intensive process. This is increasingly true as each new generation of hardware raises players' expectation, imposing new costs on developers. Since manpower accounts for majority of all these costs, we think AI has the potential to solve many of the hurdles metaverse developers may face today, especially in terms of productivity, scalability, and consistency. Much of the beauty of AI, specifically in deep learning driven by neural networks, is an engine's ability to use historic data and machine learning reinforcement to fine-tune future outputs. This creates a self-improving flywheel capable of providing results similar to or even better than human beings. Companies like NVIDIA, Meta, and DeepMind are already training AI models to create entire virtual worlds with little to no human input. As this technology advances, virtual worlds will be able to scale to much more effectively and efficiently, and certainly improve on the quality. Transiting from the virtual metaverse into phygital metaverse. Spatial AI and visual AI are two key enablers that will transform the metaverse into a real-world immersive experience. Seamless rendering of virtual worlds primarily depends on the spatial computing that leverages intelligence 2D and 3D sensors and advanced computer vision algorithms that enable machines to accurately map the real world to recreate realistic 3D metaverse environments. Tenets of computer vision like facial recognition, gesture recognition, image recognition, object recognition will help devices decipher how we interact with our environment and have hyper-realistic sensory experiences in the metaverse. Visual AI is the ability for computer vision to see images in the same way like a human would. Spatial AI is the ability of a visual AI system to make decisions based on two things. Firstly, visual perception, AI that can see and interpret its surroundings virtually or visually. A good example would be a system in which a camera is connected to a processor and is running a neural network for object detection that can detect a cat, a person, or a car in the scene that the camera is looking at. Secondly is the depth perception, AI that can understand how far objects are. Spatial AI makes image data three-dimensional. It distinguishes static structures like walls and furniture from people, vehicles, and other moving objects. Instead of just knowing where things are in the picture, it knows where they are located in the world. With spatial AI technology, cameras can understand their environments like us humans do. Thanks to these evolving computer vision technologies, metaverse in the physical world, spatial AI and visual AI will be a foundation of what we call the AR-led metaverse. While much of the metaverse presence in our day-to-day lives is yet to be seen, it is nearly certain that AI will play a key role. And as the next era of the internet quickly unfolds, the last thing you want is for an organization to be stuck in the past. Perhaps what will power the metaverse and enable its scalability and automation more than any other technology will be AI. Deep learning-based software will autonomously drive all activities, and chatbots and other forms of natural language processing will drive interactions. AI will be called upon to understand words, images, video, and text, and respond accordingly, regardless of the user's language. This all will require a massive amount of training and data modeling on the data we're collecting. In fact, many of the 3D images, animation, speech, and even metaverse artwork will actually be generated by AI. Also, AI will be called upon to automate smart contracts, decentralized ledgers, and other blockchain technology to enable virtual transaction. Yet, just as we are already trying to manage with AI's usage today, ensuring that bias does not creep into AI algorithms will be key. The problem of unfair AI is compounded in the metaverse because there won't be anyone setting the rules of play or enforcing any ethical codes. The paradox is that while there needs to be some kind of law of the land, no one can rule the metaverse, or it won't be able to live up to its promise of a decentralized, non-authoritarian society. In Ready Player One, Wade says, a gifted human player could always triumph over the game's AI because software couldn't improve. The AI of the metaverse will need to learn how to improve, how to improvise, and to be more human-like. But in the end, it's still a software program that needs real people to succeed. With that, thank you for having me, and please stay in touch via the QR code. Do reach out to us if you have questions or want to understand more about the immersive metaverse or Nextech AR Solutions. We'll be happy to address your queries. Once again, thank you to AI Korea for having me, and I look forward to meeting all of you in the metaverse.